Okay, in this type of power plants, thermal energy is used here to generate electrical energy. So such power plants are called thermal power plants. Now, coal, which contains chemical energy after burning, is converted into electrical energy. So here also energy is transmitted from one form to other form. So coal is used as an energy source from ancient times. We see railways were also running on the coal in the early times. No, it was used in railways previously. Then the engines of railway were running on coal. And in ancient as well as nowadays, coal is used for cooking food. Nowadays also we see that so many people use coal for cooking and is also used in thermal power plants from decades. So but from where now the remains of power plants, the remains of plants which got buried under the layer of soil due to upper pressure and lower heat pressure of Earth's mantle, it got converted into coal. So how does the plants convert into coal? What helps them to do that? So that is because plants capture solar energy during the process of photosynthesis and from carbohydrates. This energy gets trapped in the plant cells even when they die. The dead plants get buried under the soil after many years. As time passes, this solar energy present in the dead plant eventually gets converted into chemical energy and gets form of solid. This hard rock releases much heat and burn. There are many qualities of coal present in coal mines. The best and A1 quality of coal is selected for thermal power plants because large quantity of coal is required. The coal is tested by burning and its hardness. So, the most important element in plant material is the carbon present in it. So, which gives coal most of its energy and it decides the quality of coal. So, in this way, burning coal heats the boiler. The boiler contains water. When the water boils, steam is formed, and in this, steam is formed. This has very high pressure. This high pressure steam is transferred to the turbine, and the turbine rotates, and the generator produces electricity. So the high pressure steam, when transformed to the turbine, the steam temperature and pressure decreases. This spent steam is converted back to water. By taking out heat from it, that is by cooling it, in this way water is recirculated to the boiler. So let us understand it with the help of the flow chart. So the fuel used is coal. In this type of thermal energy, the fuel used is coal, and to boil the water to convert it into steam. So this steam drives the turbine, and the spent steam is recirculated and converted back to water and given back to the boiler. Here, when turbine drives the generator connected to it, rotates, and electrical energy is produced. Now let's see how the energy transformation takes place. Now here, first, chemical energy in coal is converted into thermal energy, and by burning them, the kinetic energy in the steam drives the turbine and thus is converted into electrical energy. Now just look at the schematic diagram of thermal power plant. If you see it, you will observe two types of towers here. So what are they? If you compare it with the block diagram, you will come to understand how the boiler, the turbine, generator, and the condenser are arranged in the power station. So after combustion of fuel means coal, in the boiler, the emitted gas are released to the atmosphere. Here this stack is there that it emits the gases and releases to atmosphere through very high tar. This is called as stop. Okay. Once the turbine is rotated, when rotated using the steam at high temperature and high pressure, steam temperature and pressure decreases. Here, after rotating the turbine, what happens? The steam temperature and pressure decreases. Now, this so let us have a look about some major power plants in India and their capacity. In Madhya Pradesh, there is a power plant of capacity 4,760 megawatt in Vindhyanagar. In Gujarat, of 4,620 and 4,000 megawatt in Mundra. So in Chhattisgarh, the capacity is 3,400 megawatt. In Tamnar, 340 megawatt in Chandrapur. So although thermal power generation today, it suffers from certain problems. So what are they? So problems related to thermal power plant that are burning of coal produces gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxide, which are harmful to
health. Now, soot particles means the ash particles are also released into the environment due to burning of coal. This may cause serious health problems related to the respiratory system. The reserves of fuel used in this method, that is coal, are limited. Means we can't use them in the future. Therefore, in future there will be limitations on the availability of the coal. So I hope you have understood the thermal power plants and its flow chart, the schematic diagram, and the problems related to the thermal power plant. Now let's move to the next session of our power plant, that is nuclear power plant. Now, uh, like thermal power plants, steam turbine is used in nuclear power plant to rotate the generator. Large turbines which are used in thermal power plant are used here. Large scale production of electricity is done with the help of this type of large turbines. In nuclear power plants, instead of coal, uranium-235 or plutonium is used. Energy is released by fission of nuclei of atoms like uranium or plutonium and is used to generate the steam of high pressure and high temperature. So this high temperature and pressure steam drives the turbine and thus rotates the generator. So you may be thinking that how does the water boil and how is the steam created? So there is no burning or ignition of coal. How can it be possible to heat the water and boil it? So let's understand the process. So when uranium-235 is a when uranium-235 is a stable atom, but when a neutron is bombarded on it, it absorbs the neutron and converts into its isotope uranium-236. So uranium-236 being extremely unstable converts into atoms of barium and krypton through a process of fission, releasing 3 neutrons and 200 megawatt energy. So the 3 neutrons generated in this process cause fission of 3 other uranium-235 atoms, releasing more energy. The neutrons released in this reaction release more energy through fission of more uranium nuclei. This process of fission of uranium-235 atoms continues and is called the chain reaction. So, in nuclear power plants, a controlled chain reaction results in release of thermal energy, which is used for electric energy generation. Now, let us understand the procedure with the help of flowchart. The fuel here used is uranium or plutonium. When in nuclear reactor there is nuclear fission, the water starts boiling and steam is released. This steam drives the turbine and the turbine by the steam by cooling is sent back to system in the form of water and is recirculated in the boiler. So here when the steam turbine drives the generator and electrical energy is produced here. So how does energy transformation takes place in nuclear power plant? Let's see by observing this flow chart. The nuclear energy in uranium is converted in thermal energy. The thermal energy is converted into kinetic energy of steam. Kinetic energy of steam is converted into kinetic energy of turbine. And finally, the kinetic energy of the turbine is converted into electrical energy. So after this, we shall move on some important nuclear power plants in India and their capacity. So in the state of Tamil Nadu, there is a nuclear power plant of capacity 1000 megawatt at Kundankulam. In Maharashtra, there is also a nuclear power plant of capacity 1400 megawatt at Tarapur. In Rajasthan, there is nuclear power plant of capacity 1100 megawatt at Rawatbhata. In Karnataka, there is a nuclear power plant of capacity 880 megawatt at Kaiga. So let us discuss about the advantages of nuclear power plant. So a nuclear power plant does not use fossil fuel like coal because coal is not used, so there is so much less uh, air pollution seen here. Therefore, problems like air pollution do not arise here. Also, if sufficient nuclear fuel is available, this can be a good source of electrical energy. So, however, there are few problems associated with nuclear power generation. Now, the products after fission of nuclear fuel are also radioactive and emit harmful radiations. So the waste products being radioactive keep on emitting harmful radiations for thousands of years. The products are called as nuclear waste. So how to dispose the nuclear waste safely is a big challenge before the scientists. An accident in a nuclear power plant can be very fatal to human beings, animals, plants, and the environment. An accident in nuclear power plant may result in release of very harmful radiations. So this we have seen about the nuclear power plant, which we have seen today, thermal power plants and nuclear power plants. So we will compare now both of them. So what are the similarities and differences in the thermal and nuclear power plant? Look in the figure, similarities between both the power plants that are, see here, both of the power plants have boilers. This boiler is there in thermal power plant also and in nuclear power plant also. So there is a condenser in both the power plants. Turbine is there present in both of them. Generator is also present and cooling tower is also present. So these are the similarities of thermal and nuclear power. So what is the difference then? So the difference here of both of the thermal and nuclear power plants is difference between both of them. The fuel used in thermal power plant is coal and the fuel used in nuclear power plant is uranium or plutonium. So I hope so that you have understood both of the power plants. So let's have some assignment. So which energy sources are used in thermal and nuclear power plants? So can anyone tell me which energy sources are used in thermal and nuclear power plants? So, okay, coal is used in thermal power plant and uranium-235 is used in nuclear power plants. From where do we obtain coal? So, can anyone tell me? So, when plants capture solar energy during the process of photosynthesis and form carbohydrates, the energy gets trapped in the plant cells even when they die. And as time passes, this solar energy present in dead plants eventually gets converted into chemical energy and gets stored in the form of solid coal. So in this type we get coal, or we obtain coal. Now make a list of thermal power plants in India and their capacity. So let's have a look. Let's revise them. So in the major capacity thermal power plants, where are they? They are in first in Madhya Pradesh. It is with the capacity 4,760 megawatt in Vindhyanagar. In Gujarat, there are two power plants with capacity 4,620 and 4,000 megawatt in Mundra. Both are located in Mundra only. So the third one is Chhattisgarh, and the capacity of that power plant is 3,400 megawatt in Tamnar. And in Maharashtra, it is of 3,340 megawatt at Chandrapur. So what is our next assignment now? Next question in the assignment. Write problems related to thermal power plants. So what are the problems? So we can say that air pollution due to burning of coal is the emission of gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur oxide, and nitrogen oxide, which are harmful to the health. And along with the emission of gases due to burning of coal environment. And this may cause serious health problems related to the response. The next one is the reserves of fuel used in this method means coal are limited. Therefore, in future, there will be limitations on the availability of the coal. So let's move on to our next question. So what happens when a neutron is bombarded on uranium-235? So let's see. So when neutron is bombarded, it absorbs and converts it into its isotope uranium-236. And uranium-236, being extremely unstable, converts into atoms of barium and krypton through a process of fission, releasing 3 neutrons and 200 megawatt energy. The 3 neutrons generated in this process cause fission of 3 other uranium 235 atoms, releasing more energy. So what is our next question? So draw the chain reaction of nuclear fission process. Now whatever I have shown you, that is only the figure or the diagram for a chain reaction of nuclear fission process. So next question is, write problems related to nuclear power plants. So let's see. So the problems associated with the nuclear power plants are: the products after fission of nuclear fuel are radioactive and emit harmful radiations, and the products are called as nuclear waste. And how to dispose them is a big challenge before the scientists. And an accident in power plants, nuclear power plants can be very fatal. It may cause serious diseases.
you have seen in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There was a explosion of radioactive rays, and the people around that region were severely affected by that accident. Now, this is because the accident may result in release of very harmful radiations. So, next question. So, what is the difference between So today we had some network issues in our lecture. So then also some and thanks to all students.